Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Please subscribe, guys. It really does help with the algorithm, and a thumbs up never hurts as well. I've got Bitcoin up here on the daily. Bitcoin right now trading at 51,400. And so overnight we did see a bit of a dip. You guys can see this. I have it up here on the daily. And so this is the daily candlestick. You can see short body with that long tail. If I throw it up here on the hourly, whoops, that's 2 hours. Let me put it on the hourly. You can see over here, over the last few hours overnight, we did see a bit of a dip for Bitcoin, but it has since recovered. So Bitcoin trend looking very healthy. Take a look at that high negative selling pressure, but we're getting back up to those levels with high green buying pressure. So it's looking like Bitcoin recovering quite nicely. And, you know, I know on this channel I've been talking about this idea that Bitcoin might not go as high as some people might think, $100,000, $200,000 per BTC, at least not in this cycle. Well, there is some new research being done, guys, and what it's looking like, for all intents and purposes, is that this is the last correction. Well, this was the last correction before that blow-off top, which I think we can all agree we're in this moment right now. And based on some historic measurements done by some other researchers, they are still eyeing a Bitcoin not only above $100,000, but closer to $200,000 per Bitcoin. Even if you don't hold Bitcoin, okay? Even if you hold altcoins, like this is XRP right now on the daily, even if you hold altcoins, this is positive news, because if Bitcoin is still going to chug away, actually I should probably put that on the Bitcoin chart if I'm going to draw that over here. So let me just put that on the Bitcoin chart for you guys. Even if Bitcoin is going to chug away higher and higher and higher, whoops, just like so, okay, right? And if we do get up to, this is about $200,000 right up here, we know what happens, and we saw it back in April. We know excitement kicks in, so this was 2021, and once we saw Bitcoin get up to this high here, we know that excitement kicks in and the rest of the crypto market goes along with it. We saw it with coins like Ethereum, right? This is Ethereum on the daily, and we saw that same pump back in April of just this year. We saw it in coins like XRP, right? Same pump in April of this year before we saw that collapse, boom, boom. Consolidation phase, and then the continuation. Well, if Bitcoin goes past $100,000, maybe 150, 180, who knows where, that will actually bring coins like XRP and other alternative cryptocurrencies up along for the ride. And then once we see that price plummet, that can actually give a catapult launching point for cryptocurrencies, for the altcoins, starting at a much higher level. So, you know, if we thought Bitcoin, you know, was going to be on its final legs and maybe Bitcoin was going to reach $70,000, XRP could have, you know, moved up to $2, and then once Bitcoin hits its high, the $2 mark in this example would be that launching pad for XRP. But if Bitcoin continues to go higher and higher, then we could potentially see a launching pad for XRP. I don't know. This is the $6 price mark. So could this be the setup that we are seeing now that are possibly in the cards? And I'm going to get to that, guys, in a second. I want to talk a little bit about some of this news that is just coming out. Uphold is now announcing that they will be distributing Songbird tokens. So this from Free American Spirit, just retweeting out this Uphold tweet here. Delighted to announce that Uphold will shortly introduce support for Songbird, the token of the Flare test network. Our customers will be able to withdraw Songbird tokens to private external wallets later this month. So again, these guys, these exchanges that have that were kind of just thrown Songbird in their direction have to, you know, set up the supporting network in order to distribute this. And so Uphold is now on the record saying it is happening later this month. Good for all of you guys who did claim Flare or Spark tokens rather on Uphold. So just wanted to bring that to your attention there. We got some more news here, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman. Retweeting out Ripple's latest news. So Ripple basically says we're excited to partner with QNB Group to provide an enhanced cross-border payment experience in Qatar and ultimately scale QNB's remittance service on RippleNet into additional markets. Now, they posted this article here from Payments. And QNB, guys, for those of you who do not know, is the Qatar National Bank. They have unveiled its global cross-border payment strategy strategy, which is happening through a partnership with the blockchain solutions provider Ripple. As the Gulf Times reported on Monday, the partnership will see QNB pilot Ripple's financial technology network RippleNet with QNB Finansbank in Turkey in a group rollout, with plans to eventually expand into other corridors. Here's a quote: QNB always innovates to provide the best of service to its customers, and this partnership is yet another fintech initiative of the bank to enhance the product offerings for our customers. This coming from Hiba Al-Tamimi, general manager for the group retail banking at QNB. And then Navin Gupta, of course, the managing director of Southeast Asia and the MENA region at Ripple. He says, "We are excited to be a strategic partner with QNB, bringing together innovations in banking and fintech to enhance the cross-border payments experience and ultimately scale QNB's remittance service on RippleNet into additional markets." So this is the latest news here out of payments.com, or PYMNTS.com. And Ripple was the one who originally retweeted this out. Now, Wrath of Kahneman has a interesting perspective on this. Quick observation: interesting to use a payments.com article and not a Ripple insight. The article also ropes in cross-border transactions between Malaysia, Singapore, and then Cambodia, ending with Malaysia's Bcash. That's a big swipe of projects that would otherwise seem unconnected. So I did not get to that in this article, but if you guys are interested, I will leave this article in the description. They do mention all those regions as well. And he's wondering, why wouldn't they have just mentioned this on their Insights blog, which they usually do? Down here, Wrath of Kahneman suggesting that maybe, everybody was tired after the Apex conference. Panda Stunter 84 down here saying, "I believe they did that for a reason, and the reason would be unbiased outside source to show that they're not just fluffing their own feathers to be looking so good, that other people knows how good the program is and will be. That is a potential." A Dingo ate my XRP down here saying, "And speaking of Malaysia's Do It Now, which will operate in the corridor," and he's retweeting out this tweet here from Uphold XRP from back in February of 2020. TNG wallet owner by TNG Fintech that also owns Tranglo, which we know is a Ripple customer, and now we know since this was released, Ripple does actually own a big portion of Tranglo, became a participant in the Do It Now ecosystem operated by Payments Network of Malaysia. TNG Wallet is also the most popular e-wallet in Hong Kong. So also connecting some of those regions there. He says down here, since that news originally came out, Ripple has bought a significant chunk of Tranglo. Fair to say this will involve RippleNet in some capacity. So it is interesting to note, of course, even just on the surface, working with the National Bank of Qatar, a huge advancement for the RippleNet ecosystem. So just on that alone, huge news, but also these other connections now that Wrath of Kahneman and a Dingo ate my XRP are mentioning down here. So really great observations there. Wanted to keep moving, guys, because we have more Ripple customer partner news. Ripple ODL customer Azimo opens a Turkish remittance corridor. So in this article, they talk about the friction that used to be in these corridors, and that ended today after Azimo, Europe's leading money transfer service provider, announced the launch of an instant remittance service to Turkey. That's thanks to a partnership with United Payments, Turkey's leading payment service provider. The new service will allow Azimo customers living in the UK, Europe, Canada, and Australia to send money to Turkey in a matter of seconds. Weekday transfers sent before 3 p.m. will be delivered instantly. Weekend or evening transfers will be delivered on the next working day. New customers will receive 2 fee-free transfers to try the service using Azimo's award-winning website and mobile apps. Now, I'm sure you're wondering over here, why would they be saying that any transfer sent after 3 p.m. Is going to be delivered on the next day? Well, you can't give the customer too much all at once. If you do notice here, it says any weekday transfer sent before 3 p.m. will be delivered instantly. And I think this is the key point we have to note here. They have the capability to send money instantly, but they don't want to give customers everything all at once. You got to understand, in retail customer service, you have to have some leverage. So, for whatever reason, if a customer is not happy with the service, you have to be able to offer them something. And so here's the example. I'm not happy with the service. What can you do for me? Well, I know it's after 3 p.m., sir, and we did say we would get it to you the next day. Let me see what I can do and have this transferred for you instantly. The point is the capability is there, and that is because Azimo is a Ripple customer. Now they're partnering with this Turkish company to open a Turkish remittance corridor. So that's all great news. Wanted to thank Uphold XRP for posting that. Another one from the Wrath of Kahneman that I wanted to mention here. Ripple announced its NFT creator fund just last week on September 29th. And this was in collaboration with Mintable, Mint NFT, and VSA partners. And that very same day, SBI Holdings acquired SmartApp, renaming it SBI NFT and partnering with Startburn for art auction services. So I don't know if you guys knew that. Here is the official SBI webpage just discussing this. I will translate that in English. So they say, we are pleased to announce that we have acquired the shares of SBI Group from existing shareholders and made it a consolidated subsidiary. We will also announce that the company name will be changed to SBI NFT Co. Limited. So the shareholding ratio of the group will be 80%. Okay, and then it gives some shareholder information down here. Reason for making it a subsidiary: SmartApp Co. conducts Japan's first integrated NFT trading platform business that realizes all NFT issuance and sales and secondary sales transactions of NFTs owned by customers on the blockchain. We are doing it. The group has already developed a crypto asset exchange service at SBI VC Trade and at Tao Tao Co., which are crypto asset exchange companies, and an art auction service centered on contemporary art at SBI Art Auction Co. Limited. In addition, we have entered the esports business, so just giving some more information there. They say down here that they were considering entering the NFT business for some time because of its high affinity with art exchanges, art, esports, etc. Under these circumstances, we have agreed on the acquisition consideration of SmartApp Co. So interesting, and again, a very interesting observation by the Wrath of Kahneman here as well. Ripple announced the Creator Fund, and then, what was it, on the same day or a day later, this statement came out. What day was it? The 30th, right? So Ripple announced that on the 29th, then SBI announces this on the 30th. Great observation here from the Wrath of Kahneman. Gonna continue though, guys, because Brad Garlinghouse has something to be proud of despite a unique set of challenges this year. Yeah, that's an understatement. Each quarter has topped the one before. Incredibly proud of Team Ripple for forging ahead and getting it done. Congrats to the team. And so Ripple has now made the Fintech 2021 250 top Fintech companies for this year. You guys can see Ripple down here in payments processing and networks. But the other thing I found interesting is I don't know about all these other sectors, and I'm sure there are some Ripple partners in these sectors as well. But even just for payments and processing networks, we've got Airwallex, we've got Neum, we've got Flutterwave, and Extended down here, just to name a few. So those are all Ripple partners, even within this payment processing and networks subsection of the top fintech companies of 2021. Ripple's there, obviously, as well, dominating the space of payments. And we know we've heard Brad Garlinghouse even say, payments is just the first leg of this race. And so to switch gears, guys, to get back on the Bitcoin track a little bit, I wanted to talk about this. Ian Northing mentioned this. Bitcoin custody, U.S. bank launches service as institution races to cater to crypto demand. So, you know, we've been talking about a little bit about Bitcoin and how high the price could potentially go. Well, you know, this is not lost on the financial industry at large. The race to cater to institutional investors who want to wager on cryptocurrency is heating up. U.S. Bank, the fifth biggest retail bank in the nation, announced just yesterday that its cryptocurrency custody service is available to fund managers. The offering will help investment managers store private keys for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin with the assistance of sub-custodian NYDIG. This is according to Gunjan Kedia, vice chair of the bank's Wealth Management and Investment Services Division. Support for other coins like Ethereum is expected over time. So why this big move? The move is the latest sign that established financial players are beginning to accept cryptocurrencies as a legitimate asset class. In the realm of custody, banks, which verify and safeguard trillions of dollars of traditional assets for money managers, major players including Bank of New York Mellon, State Street, and Northern Trust, have all announced plans to custody digital assets. Now, we've got to understand, this is happening today, early October 2021. The price of Bitcoin, all right, let me get this garbage off the chart right now. The price of Bitcoin, and that's XRP, so let me bring up Bitcoin here on the daily. The price of Bitcoin is already nearing back to its all-time high of about $65,000. Yet, you know, we see all these institutions getting crypto ready, I suppose, for their institutional type investors, all right? This is offering investment managers to store private keys for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and other cryptocurrencies. So this is for big financial players. This is not for the retail guy who might put in a few $1,000s into cryptocurrency. This is for big players. Yet, you know, there's a bit of a disconnect here because we're thinking, well, this thing's almost at the top. Don't institutional players get in near the bottom? Which begs the question, how much more price appreciation could we see for Bitcoin? So I think this kind of does maybe tip us off a bit that we are not as close to the top as we could possibly be. Again, this is just a theory. Another one here, guys, from Michael at Val5 Links with regards to Lark Davis's assumptions. And so we've heard of the $100,000 Bitcoin. I think that is, a very popular estimation based on the psychological level of where Bitcoin could go. $100,000, a great round number, 5x from the former all-time high. And so analysts are bullish over Bitcoin price, and in particular over this quarter 4 2021, and expecting $100,000. Crypto analyst Lark Davis shares multiple charts showing that the Bitcoin price really isn't just stopping at $100,000, but will go far beyond. And I talked about this stock to flow model ratio in a former video, just gonna go down here. So he's drawing comparisons from the 2013 and 2017 bull runs. If we consider the lengthening cycle and diminishing return theory, then we could see Bitcoin going up as high as $200,000 for a blow-off top for this cycle sometime in late 2021, but more likely early 2022. So spilling into the first quarter of 2022. During both the bull runs of 2013 and 2017, the Bitcoin price rallied in excess of 300%. If we assume same results, then we get closer to $280,000 per BTC. If we assume diminishing returns, then it would be $200,000, he added. And so he gives us a chart here just demonstrating some of the final rallies for Bitcoin, that blow-off top rally, where we are today vis-a-vis the Bitcoin halvings, all right? So that is important to note as well. Bitcoin halving back in 2013, it took about a year to get to that blow-off top point, and then as the years go on, we've been noticing this already, that Bitcoin blow-off tops, all-time highs, come in later and later. So in 2017, it was after 525 days after the Bitcoin halving, and now we're only at 700 days, and that means that we could potentially see the Bitcoin blow-off top happen late 2021, so quarter 4 2021, or early 2022, so potentially quarter 1 of 2022, and that we actually have more price appreciation to go. So to take this into consideration, we also have to look at what is going on here, guys. DIY Invest says over the last 10 years for Bitcoin, we see the exact same blow-off top that takes place in quarter 4. From October to December, Bitcoin tops between the 3.618 and the 4.236. Each of the last 2 cycles did this. This shows BTC hinting between, and so this prediction by DIY Investing is suggesting $250,000 to $300,000. Now guys, before I go on, by no means is this financial advice, and you have to do what you see fit with your money. Could we see a Bitcoin go past $100,000? Heck, even up between $200,000 and $300,000? Absolutely. This is certainly a possibility. But you should also have a plan if you do see life-changing money on the table. You should have an exit strategy. Again, this is why I say never sell. What is it? Never sell all your cryptocurrency, just in case we do have this kind of thing happen, right? Just in case we do see something magnificent like this. So this is why I've got price targets. I've got more conservative targets, and then I have those outlandish $300,000 Bitcoin targets, which, just by the looks of this, doesn't actually seem as outlandish as perhaps once thought. And so again, I just want to bring this up to you guys. This is a spreadsheet that I have available in the description of the video as a free download, and it is just basically a cash out plan. If you were to cash out whatever, 35%, 55%, 65% of your cryptocurrency, you can put all your coins here in the left-hand side, and it shows you what you would be cashing out if you cashed out at these percentages, how much cryptocurrency you would have remaining. And so again, I'm not going to get into detail on this, but it is available in the description of the video. Back to this though, how is he suggesting that we are going to see a Bitcoin even higher than we originally thought? Well, what he's doing is he's taking Fibonacci's from these last pullbacks and estimating where Bitcoin went in the future. Again, these were the final pullbacks before the blow-off top. And so if we were to assume that we are in the same situation, is it possible that we could see something similar? So right now I've got Bitcoin here on the daily, and I'm just going to mimic what he has been noticing here on the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin from 2013, of course, we saw this huge retracement here for Bitcoin before that final blow off top, right? Okay, so we have that retracement, And if I throw Fibonacci on here, and I know we've showed this several times on this channel before, you can see Bitcoin did in fact go up past the 0.236 all the way up here. So even beyond that final leg for Bitcoin reaching a high of $1,155 per BTC, before we did see it finally come right back down to this mark here at about $151,000. So it was this huge blow off top, followed by this insane correction here, 87%. But we're not going to talk about the corrections right now. Right now, we're going to talk about this final retracement before the blow off top. Let's move to 2017 right now. And so you guys can see over here, Bitcoin did chug away, and it took a little longer before it got up to this mark here. And then finally, right up here, the final blow. I don't know if you guys can see that. It was over a period of 1 day on November 29th. Okay, if I take the Fibonacci there and throw it right up there to the top of that final blow off top here, guys. Again, this was 2017. So the retracement before the final blow off top, you guys can see we got again right up to the 4.236, bringing Bitcoin up to its all-time high of roughly $20,000, 19,000 and change. And so if we were to assume that this is the final leg up for Bitcoin, and that this is the final correction we're about to see for Bitcoin, could it be, guys, and I know I've demonstrated this on this channel in the past, throwing this Fibonacci on this particular retracement level, could it be, well, first of all, of course, we do need to get up past the 0.702 for confirmation, but we are continuously moving up there, looking like we are making some great strides. Could it be that we could see a Bitcoin breach this level, and I mean, heck, it could even go beyond this level, breach this level here, and bring Bitcoin up close to $200,000. In this case scenario, it would be $183,521. And again, this is just based on observations here from DIY investing, demonstrating that this has happened every single bull run in the past. Not only that, guys, Lark Davis is also noticing, based on his stock to flow model, which has not disappointed, he is also noticing that these blow off tops are happening roughly at the same rate that they did after Bitcoin halvings back in 2013, back in 2017. And so if we take that into consideration as well, the last Bitcoin halving, May 2020, does that mean we are poised for the next blow off top, potentially bringing Bitcoin to $180,000, perhaps even further than that? And why this is important, guys, because even if you don't hold Bitcoin, I have XRP back up here on the daily, even if you don't hold Bitcoin and we see Bitcoin marching up past that all-time high, does that mean theoretically we could see the altcoins and that launch off point start a lot higher than previously suspected? Maybe this is how we'll get XRP anywhere between $10 to $15. Maybe even beyond. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.